When Iron Man hit theaters in 2008, few could have predicted the seismic impact it would have on the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the superhero genre as a whole. At the heart of this revolution was Robert Downey Jr., whose magnetic portrayal of Tony Stark not only redefined what a superhero could be, but also set the gold standard for the Marvel Cinematic Universe moving forward. Let's take a deep dive into Downey's portrayal of Tony Stark in this episode of Cinematic Conversations. Stay tuned for the video. Anachronic. Welcome back, everyone, to Anachronic Comics, where we dive deep into the world of comic books. I'm your host, Joe, and today, in the second episode of Cinematic Conversations, I'm going to do a deep dive into Robert Downey Jr.'s performance as Iron Man, with particular reference to the 2008 movie. Now, in retrospect, few people would disagree that Robert Downey Jr.'s casting as Iron Man was the perfect casting. But how did it come about? So it was influenced by a combination of his personal journey, acting talent, and the vision of director Jon Favreau. Here are the key factors. First, a parallel to Tony Stark's redemption arc. Downey's real-life struggles with addiction and his subsequent comeback mirrored Tony Stark's journey of redemption. This parallel added authenticity to the character, as Downey could channel his personal experiences into Stark's transformation from a self-centered billionaire to a selfless hero. Second thing is Favreau's vision. Director Jon Favreau was instrumental in advocating for Downey. He believed that Downey's charisma, wit, and depth were perfect for bringing Tony Stark to life. Now, despite initial resistance from Marvel Studios due to Downey's past controversies, Favreau's insistence ultimately won them over. And the third, Downey's versatility. Downey's ability to balance humor, vulnerability, and confidence made him an ideal choice. His performance in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang of 2005 showcased his sharp wit and emotional range, convincing Favreau that Downey could embody the complexity of Tony Stark. Now, casting Downey was seen as a gamble at the time, but it aligned with Marvel Studios' willingness to take risks. This decision not only revitalized Downey's career, but also set the tone for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, proving that unconventional choices could lead to extraordinary results. Downey's portrayal of Tony Stark was a match made in heaven. Stark, a genius billionaire with quick wit, personal demons, and an undeniable swagger, became a mirror of Downey's own journey through Hollywood. A story of redemption and reinvention. Downey brought vulnerability, humor, and relatability to a character who might otherwise have been unlikable. This nuanced performance made Stark more than a man in a suit of armor. It made him human, and that humanity resonated deeply with audiences. Tony Stark's flaws, his arrogance, his hubris, and impulsiveness were integral to his character arc, making him more relatable than traditional superheroes often presented as paragons of virtue. Downey's Iron Man also helped expand the idea of what a superhero could represent. He wasn't a god like Thor or a paragon of virtue like Captain America. Instead, Tony Stark's flaws, again his arrogance, hubris, impulsiveness, were integral to his character arc. He was flawed and perpetually learning, qualities that made him deeply relatable to audiences. The superhero genre moved toward creating more layered, imperfect heroes, and Downey's performance was the catalyst for that. Now, Iron Man didn't just launch a movie, it launched a movement. Downey's performance gave Marvel Studios the confidence to build an interconnected cinematic universe. His charisma and ability to carry a film laid the foundation for the MCU's unprecedented success. Iron Man's success showed that audiences were ready for interconnected stories on an unprecedented scale. Tony Stark became the linchpin of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, appearing in numerous films and helping to weave a cohesive narrative. It's no coincidence that Tony Stark became the glue holding the universe together, appearing in numerous other MCU films, from The Avengers to Captain America Civil War to Spider-Man Homecoming. The MCU's storytelling formula, mixing action, humor, and heart, was deeply influenced by Downey's portrayal of Iron Man. Directors and writers leaned into this tone, understanding that audiences craved complex heroes with real flaws and compelling character arcs. Stark's wit and irreverence became a hallmark of the MCU, influencing characters like Deadpool, Doctor Strange, and Peter Quill, who also embody this blend of heroism and humor. Downey's portrayal didn't just elevate Iron Man, it changed the trajectory of superhero movies across the board. Before 2008, the genre often leaned on brooding, dark protagonists, the Dark Knight trilogy being a prime example. Downey's Iron Man injected a fresh sense of optimism and fun into the genre, proving that superheroes could be both thrilling and entertaining without sacrificing depth. His sharp dialogue and confident delivery set a new tone that many studios attempted to emulate. When Tony Stark uttered his final words, "I am Iron Man," in Avengers Endgame, it wasn't just the end of a character. It was the culmination of a decade-long journey that defined a generation of cinema. Downey's Iron Man left an indelible mark on the MCU, proving that a single character could anchor an entire universe. He also paved the way for superhero films to be taken seriously as a cultural phenomenon, capable of telling deeply personal, emotionally resonant stories. The echoes of Downey's Iron Man can still be felt today, both in the MCU and in superhero movies across the globe. His performance set the bar impossibly high, challenging actors and filmmakers to bring depth, heart, and humanity to the genre. And while the MCU will continue to grow and evolve, it's safe to say they will always stand on the shoulders of the man who said,
"The truth is, I am Iron Man."
What are your thoughts on Downey's legacy as Iron Man? What are your favorite moments from Downey's time as Iron Man? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and a special thank you to my channel members, the true superheroes who help me provide cash contributions to St. Jude's Research Hospital for Children with Cancer and the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Please consider joining them by becoming a channel member. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you soon.